And we are going to look at some things called quartiles and standard deviation. So we are going to start with looking at some definitions. So let's talk first about the definition of mean. Let's date these first so we can find them easily. Today is the 1st of March.
Wait, how many days are in February?
28. Off-topic questions by Ethan. Okay.
Always.
What does mean mean, you guys?
28 days?
Yes.
It's crazy.
So mean is an average. We add up all the terms. And divide by the number of terms. What's median mean?
Just something travels.
Who wants to try to define the definition of a median? Go ahead,
It's
Ethan.
what something travels to.
No, it's whatever in the middle. And if there's two, if it's even, then you add the two in the middle, then you divide by two.
Okay. Median is the term in the middle. If there's an even number of terms,
I'll look at
you add the two in the middle together. And divide by 2. Real quick before we move on, often the symbol for mean is an X with a line over it. So just don't forget that.
X with a line over it.
Okay?
Mean, as
And
mean.
another important thing about the median that Abby just brought up is the term in the middle when they are in order. Okay? Because if they're not in order, that doesn't work.
So, this is going to be a whole bunch of busy work for this, isn't it?
No, because we're only going to find the mean, median, mode once, and then you're going to do standard deviation, which is just practice to do that. So it's a little bit of busy work, but it's new busy work, not like stuff that you've done before. But we got to practice doing the standard deviation a couple of times because we're going to use it. Okay. What is the mode? Yes.
That would happen. Like if it was 1, 1, 1, 1, 2, the mode would be 1.
Yes. The term that occurs most often. Okay. The other thing we're going to learn about that you might not have heard of before is quartiles. And it's just dividing the data into sections. It's when you see like a cat and whisker plot, that's in quartiles.
What?
Box and whisker plot?
Oh, that's the thing that you see. I used to see on meat test.
Yes, you'll see it on MEP test, your SAT scores, things like that. We won't use that a lot, but I will show you how to transfer data on your calculator so it looks like that. Just in case, because sometimes it's easier to read information. Sections? Up. Quartiles, mode, median. Quartiles dividing the data into sections.
This is the appropriate time.
Nope. It's not the appropriate. Yes, to zoom in and take a picture of the notes, that is appropriate. All right. Standard deviation is what we're going to talk about next. And I'm not going to go over the exact definition of standard deviation. It's all about the distance for a certain distance away from the mean. Okay? But this is a standard deviation. It's often depicted as like a little funky O like this. And the standard deviation is each term subtracted, you take away the mean from each term, you square it, then you add it to all the other terms subtracted from the mean squared. Divide it by the number of terms, and then square root it.
So is that like a formula?
Yes. And we're going to do some practice. It looks complicated. It's mostly just busy.
All of that is in a square root.
Mm-hmm.
What kind of new comes up with that?
Right.
Jeez.
Is there supposed to be that line above the?
For absolute
Yes.
value.
So each of these mean the mean, right? With the little line above it.
Alright.
This is an N, by the way, too.
So on the homework, why is there a table?
So I'm going to explain that.
What's the comma for?
There's no comma.
Oh, that's a 1.
Oh,
I thought that was a comma. Yeah, see?
Is that better?
Yeah, and what about the thing that's right in front of that? The negative x, what is that? Like half squared.
So it's X subscript 1 minus the mean squared plus X subscript 2 minus the mean squared plus dot dot dot, because it would be every term, plus X subscript N minus the mean squared. All over N. Square root.
There's a mean sign in the calculator?
No. Once you calculate the mean, you use it.
Oh, that was a really simple question.
Okay, now we're going to take an example. Once you have this down,
What's the, wait, dot, dot, dot.
that's just every term in between, all the way up until you've done all the terms. Okay, now we're going to do an example. Okay, and this is the big equation for standard deviation, but we're going to break up standard deviation into sections so that it's easier to do, and you could plug it all into the calculator just like this. But your homework breaks it up, and so we're going to show it breaking up first. Okay? All right. Here is our example question. You are competing in an air hockey tournament. Okay?
I'm cold air.
The winning score for the first 10 games are given below. 14, 15, 15, 17, 11, 15, 13, 12, 15, and 13.
Could've sworn air hockey was the
Okay? So, mean, median, and mode I want you to find right now, and then we're going to talk about quartiles and standard deviation. But I need you to, on your own, find the mean, median, and mode. Right now. I'm going to give you like 5 minutes. I will not. 3 more minutes, guys. Try to find the mean, median, and mode. Nope, we'll do that together. Are you ready? What's the mean, guys? Okay, I'm going to do the median out because we'll need it for the quartiles, okay? So we have to go 11, 12, 13, 14, and 4 15s.
Just 13.
You're right, I did.
There's only 3 15s.
4.
Well, that's why it's that order.
Okay? So, the median, I know, is right here. Right in the middle. 13, 13, 14. Okay, right here. So the median is 14.5.
How come you could do 14 plus 15?
Because it's an even number, it's 10. So I had to do 14 plus 15 divided by 2 to get 14.5.
Or
That's
you
the
could
middle.
just go in between 14.
Correct.
This is a point.
Okay, because what if it was 14 and 75?
Well, that would suck.
Mode. What's the mode? What's most common?
15.
15. Okay, let's talk about the quartiles. So, 14.5 is my median. That's in the very middle. Then I ignore one side. What's the very middle of 11, 12, 13, 13, and 14? 13. That is quartile 1 is 13. Quartile 2 is my median, 14.5. Quartile 3, what's in the middle of here? 15, right? Is right in the middle? 15. So those are my quartiles broken up.
Is there always going to be 3?
There's technically 4 because it's a quartile, but we don't talk about the quartile. Okay?
What would the 4th?
Yeah, quartiles one more time?
Yeah.
Okay. We know the median's in the middle. So then I'm going to look at just the first half, and I'm going to break that in half. That's 13. So that's quartile 1. Quartile 2 is just right in the middle. Quartile 3, I break the second half in half.
So you split all the numbers?
Yeah.
And for the first half, you choose the middle?
Yep.
And then the middle of all, and then the middle of the second half?
Correct.
Alright.
All right. Now,
Shouldn't it be 2 13s? Yeah,
there are, I wrote it right next to each other. It's funky. All right. Now we are going to figure out the standard deviation for this set of data. Okay? So this, quartiles were new, but that's pretty straightforward. Standard deviation is kind of a process. Okay? First thing we're going to do is you're going to make a chart. Okay? Where we have all of our numbers listed. Doesn't really matter what order they're in. Okay? As long as you have all 10 there. The next part of our chart that we're going to fill out together, I'm going to zoom in a little bit,
Wait, what's the...
is subtracting it from the mean. The third part is we're going to square that answer. Fourth part is we're going to add up all the answers in this column and put it right here. Fifth part is we're going to stick it in this formula where we put the sum here over the number of terms, and we square root the whole thing. Okay. So, before I do any of this, can you remind me again what's the mean for the whole thing? 14. So I need to put that right here. 14, that's my mean. So x with a line on top of it is 14. So now I'm going to put this in here. I'm going to put parentheses and write 14 minus 14. Okay? I'm just starting it off for you. I'll give you a few minutes to copy that whole little chart down. Luckily on your homework, the chart's already given for you. So you don't have to create it. This?
Yeah.
Summation means you add them all up.
You just put a plus sign.
Because that's not what we do in math. We call it a summation.
I've been doing all my life.
Wait, I'm confused. What's the difference between a summation and a plus sign?
Summation means you add everything for that section.
Just
Where a
never
plus sign
put
means you add
a
two
plus
things
sign at
together.
the last one, and that's how I did it.
Yes. This one? 14. 14 minus 14.
There was a whole bunch of worms on the road. I was
Smell good?
no.
I like the smell of, like, after a pregnancy.
I started walking the streets for and then I noticed I threw a worm. I was gonna fight him. He started screaming. It was early in the morning. Yeah, his worms are disgusting.
Okay, we ready?
No.
14 minus 14 is?
Something.
0 squared is?
Zero.
Good. 15 minus 14 is?
One.
1 squared is?
One.
15 minus 14 is?
One.
1 squared is?
Wait, what?
17 minus 14 is?
Two.
14, 15, 16, 17. 3. 3 squared is?
Nine.
Okay, you get the point that we're doing right here? Okay, we're going to write, what numbers am I going to write in here?
11 plus 14.
And then what am I going to write here? 11 minus 14 is? Negative. And negative 3 squared is? Positive 9. Negative 2 is negative 4.
What the?
15 minus 14 is 1. 1 squared is 1. 13 minus 14 is negative 1. Negative 1 squared is 1. 12 minus 14 is negative 2. Negative 2 squared is? 15 minus 14 is 1. 1 squared is? 1.
Neither did I.
13 minus 14 is 1. Negative 1. Negative 1 squared is 1.
I wrote it wrong.
Get
Yes.
it together.
17 minus 14 is 3. 3 squared, because I have to square it, is 9.
Good work.
There's gotta be an easier way to do this.
There is. I'm going to show you tomorrow.
Oh, you suck.
Maya,
What is the?
I can't hear questions. I can't hear questions. Maya, to find the standard deviation, it's going to help us with normal distribution.
What's that?
We're going to learn about it tomorrow. Okay. Kyle?
Where'd you get the extra line over it?
It's the mean, so I added everything up divided by how many there are.
I actually
How do you
Okay.
know that x equals 14?
Because that's
Because that's the mean.
Because that's the mean. I added them all up, divided by how many there are.
After math class? I hate you.
Okay. Shh. We've got 2 more steps to go. Be quiet, please. Now I'm going to add all these together. 0 plus 1 plus 1 plus 9 plus 9. Stop talking. Stop talking. Plus 1 plus 1 plus 4 plus 1 plus 1 gives us, I get 28. So now we're going to go 28 divided by 10 square rooted. 28 divided by 10. And then we're just going to take the square root of that answer. And I'm going to get approximately, what?
What do you get 10?
10 is the number of terms. N is the number of terms. Number of terms. There's 10 of them.
What's the
Summation of x minus x.
Oh, now I get the summation.
Square.
Now I get the summation. Makes sense to me.
So I get approximately what? Anybody try it? 1.7 because it's 1.67, so I rounded to.
What's this little girl looking thing?
This means standard deviation
Why'd you put those squiggly ones?
because I rounded. Squiggle signs are always for rounding.
Keep selling.
Is that all?
Well,